Rain hammered the emergency room doors of Mercy Heights Hospital. Inside, fluorescent lights hummed over empty gurneys. The clock read 11:43 p.m. Beckett Hayes, 38, completed his security rounds with quiet precision. At his hip, the radio crackled. Incoming trauma, single vehicle crash, female mid-30s, ETA 2 minutes. His training kicked in. Through the glass doors, ambulance lights painted the rain red and blue. The doors burst open. Female 34, possible internal bleeding, BP 80/50 and dropping. "Where's Dr. Reyes?" Nurse Lennox, Kim's voice pitched high. 8 minutes out. "We can't wait." Beckett was already moving. His jacket hit the floor. "Let me help." I know what I'm doing. Trust me." Lennox saw something in his eyes that made her step aside. As Beckett reached for the woman's wrist, his sleeve revealed a combat medic tattoo. The woman's storm gray eyes fluttered open, clouded with fear. "Please, just make it fast." Beckett's hand found hers. "Not tonight. You're going to see the sunrise. I promise." For 7 minutes and 30 seconds, he worked with surgical precision, checking for bleeding, stabilizing, talking to keep her conscious. "What's your name?" "Aurelia." "Stay with me, Aurelia. Tell me something, anything." "I was driving someone." "The brakes." "Don't think about that now. Just breathe, with me." Dr. Reyes finally arrived studied. The monitors looked at Beckett in shock. "You stabilized her completely." Beckett stepped back. "Just kept her steady, Doc." As they wheeled Aurelia towards surgery, their eyes met one last time. Her lips formed 2 words, "Thank you." He disappeared into the shadows. Lennox found him with coffee. "Where'd you learn that Army, 3 tours in Afghanistan as a combat medic? So why night security?" "Because my daughter needs her father home for breakfast." He stared at Seattle's lights. 5 years ago, I was flying home. 3rd tour done. Got a text from my wife, picture of our 2-year-old daughter holding a "Welcome Home Daddy" sign. His voice flattened. Then another text from a stranger. "I'm sorry to inform you. Car accident, brake failure. She died before the ambulance arrived." Lennox's hand found his shoulder. "I left the military, took this job to be there for Uni, walk her to school, be the parent she has left." By 6:30 a.m., Beckett unlocked his Capitol Hill apartment. Small but home. Uni slept on the couch surrounded by drawings, a security guard with angel wings, small figures reaching up with grateful hands. He carried her to bed. She stirred. "Papa, did you save someone tonight?" "Yeah, Unibug. Someone who needed it." "Was she scared?" "Yeah, she was." "Then you gave her your brave. Mama said you always do." Uni pulled out a worn photograph of Celeste, smiled. "You know what Mama told me before she became an angel? She said Junibug, some people carry light for others when theirs goes out. That's your papa. He's a light carrier." Beckett couldn't speak. He pulled his daughter close. "Yeah, baby, that's what I did." "Good, because the world needs more light carriers." 9 floors above, Aurelia Cross opened her eyes to sunlight. "You're going to see the sunrise." The promise echoed, kept by a stranger. A nurse entered. "You're lucky. The security guard saved your life. Former military medic. Real hero. Quiet. Humble." After the nurse left, someone knocked. Vaughn Sterling Crosstech's chief operating officer and largest investor entered without waiting. "Aurelia, thank God." Concern painted his features. "We need to talk. The board is concerned. A CEO in a single-car crash, media is asking questions. There's talk of an emergency vote to temporarily replace you." "A vote?" Her foggy mind struggled. "We're not scheduled until Q4. Emergency session. Some members think you've been distracted. The accident gave them ammunition." Fear crept in, not of him, but what he represented. Circling sharks. "Who's leading this?" Vaughn spread his hands. Does it matter? What matters is controlling the narrative. After he left, Aurelia stared at the ceiling, wanting to hear that voice again, the one that had promised sunrise. By 11, Aurelia walked the corridor slowly but walked. That's when she saw him, the security guard. Something about how he moved, quiet, precise. Their eyes met. Wait, please. She approached. You're the one who saved me. Yes, ma'am. Just glad you're okay. I wanted to thank you properly. Just doing my job, Miss Cross. Before she could respond, Vaughn appeared, moving between them. You should be resting. His tone was gentle, but his eyes dismissed Beckett entirely. I'm sure the hospital will send appropriate recognition to your supervisor. He turned to Beckett. What was your name again? Doesn't matter. Aurelia felt shame twist in her chest. This man had held her life in his hands. Vaughn guided her away, talking about board meetings and damage control. She looked back. Beckett was leaving. Wait, she called. He stopped. Thank you. I'll make sure you're recognized. He turned, met her eyes. I don't need recognition, ma'am. Just live better. Then he disappeared. Live better. Not longer. Not successfully. Better. Vaughn's voice pulled her back. That guy has an attitude problem. But Aurelia wasn't listening. She watched the empty space. No, she said quietly. He's got integrity. 2 weeks later, the hospital cafeteria at 3 p.m. was nearly empty. 7-year-old Juniper Hayes sat at her corner table. Homework finished drawing a security guard with angel wings. That's beautiful. Junie looked up. A tall woman, elegant even in casual clothes, storm gray eyes. Thank you. That's my papa. He's a guard here, but also like an angel because he saves people. The woman smiled tentatively. He sounds special. He is. He used to be a soldier doctor. Saved 23 people in the war. Uni lowered her voice. He made me promise not to tell, but I don't think he meant people like you. People like me. People who look like they need to hear about good things. The woman's hand went to her chest. You're very perceptive. Uni shrugged. Mama used to say, I see things others miss. She's an angel now, too. Died when I was 2. She studied the woman's face. Did someone you love become an angel? The question landed hard. The woman's eyes brightened with tears. I don't know. I think I've spent so long building walls that I don't know who's inside them with me. Junie nodded. Papa says walls are for castles, but people need bridges. Your papa says smart things. Oh, are you the lady Papa saved? The woman went still. How did you know? Junie pointed to her drawing, a new figure added, reaching toward the angel guard. Papa came home different after that night, quieter. He said he helped someone important. Someone scared but brave. The woman stared at the drawing. He said I was brave. He said you held on when it would have been easier to let go. Papa says that's the bravest thing. Tears spilled down the woman's face, but she smiled. Can I ask your name? Aurelia. That's pretty. Do you want to draw with me until Papa comes? Aurelia had meetings, presentation strategies to review. But looking at this small girl with her colored pencils, I'd like that. Very much. An hour later, Beckett found them, his daughter and the CEO, heads together over drawings. His breath caught. Unibug, I told you not to bother people. Both looked up. Uni beamed. Aurelia showed something complicated: recognition, gratitude, hunger. Papa, this is Miss Aurelia, the lady you saved. Miss Cross probably has important things to do. Aurelia stood. Actually, this has been the most important thing I've done in weeks. Silence stretched between them. Uni bounced. Can Miss Aurelia have coffee with us? Please. Despite himself, Beckett's lips twitched. Coffee sounds good, if you're sure. I'll make time. They sat together. Uni chattered about school and Mr. Whiskers, the door-opening cat. Eventually, she got distracted, leaving the adults to terrible coffee and careful conversation. Your daughter's remarkable. She got the best parts of both of us. Creative soul from her mother, stubborn determination from me. She said her mother passed when she was 2. Car accident, brake failure on I-5. 5 years ago. The words came flat, practiced. Uni doesn't remember much, which breaks my heart, so I make sure she knows Celeste through stories. Aurelia's hand moved to her arm where bruises faded. The nurse said my brakes failed too. Beckett's eyes sharpened. Do you remember anything before the crash? I was leaving the office, tired. Then I was in the ER and you told me I'd see the sunrise. And you did. Uni looked up. Miss Aurelia, my teacher says when you're tired of fighting, you're not done. You just need better people fighting with you. Are you tired of fighting? Aurelia's breath caught. Yes, I am. Uni nodded. Then it's good Papa found you. He's good at fighting with people, not against them, with them. Aurelia smiled through tears. She's right. I've been fighting alone so long I forgot there was another way. She checked her phone. I should go. Board meeting tomorrow. Questions about my leadership. Beckett's jaw tightened. That's politics, corporate warfare where nobody bleeds but everyone gets wounded. She knelt to Uni's level. Thank you for the drawings, for reminding me what matters. Uni hugged her impulsively. Aurelia froze, then melted, holding this small person who'd shown her more kindness in an hour than she'd received in years. Uni pressed the sunrise drawing into her hand. For your office. As Aurelia left, Beckett called, Miss Cross, fight back. You're tougher than they think. How do you know? Because you held on that night. And anyone with that much fight, they're just getting started. 1 month after the accident, the Cross Tech Foundation Gala transformed Mercy Heights Ballroom. Crystal chandeliers, designer labels, borrowed confidence. Aurelia worked the room in controlled elegance. Vaughn Sterling, as COO and interim board chair, watched with victory in his eyes. Beckett watched from shadows in security uniform. At 8:15, Aurelia took the stage. Thank you for being here. We celebrate those who save lives every day. Crosstech Foundation pledges $5 million toward emergency care expansion. A crash. A scream. An elderly man collapsed near the buffet. Not breathing. Face blue. The crowd surged back. Is there a doctor? Beckett was already moving. He dropped to his knees. No pulse. Airway clear. Not breathing. His training took over. Hands interlocked over sternum. 30 compressions. 2 breaths. Repeat. The room went silent except for the rhythm of his life-saving work. 15 seconds. 30. 45. 1 minute. From the stage, Aurelia watched. The precision, the desperation, the absolute refusal to let death win. 1 minute, 10 seconds. The man gasped, eyes opened. The room erupted, but Beckett barely registered it. He checked vitals, his hands gentle now. Paramedics arrived. Beckett briefed them, then faded back. The entire gala stared at him, but he only saw Aurelia, tears streaming, hands over mouth. Their eyes met and she understood. This was who he'd always been. 11 p.m. Aurelia sat in a dark office laptop glowing. Personnel files she shouldn't have. Beckett Hayes, Silver Star for Valor, Purple Heart. Medic saves 23 soldiers during ambush, awarded Silver Star. Her hands shook. This hero worked night security, and she'd let Vaughn dismiss him. A notification popped up. Email from her assistant marked urgent. Board meeting moved up. Emergency. Vaughn had presented evidence of security breaches traced to her account. Leaks of proprietary data. Board pushing for interim CEO vote. Screenshots showed her login, her timestamps, her account as the source. No, she whispered. I never. She cross-referenced leak dates with her calendar. March 15th, 2:47 a.m. Major leak. Her calendar, New York conference. April 3, 3:12 a.m. Financial leak. Her calendar in hospital post-accident. Someone used her credentials. She pulled up building security footage remotely. There, Vaughn Sterling, using her key card to enter her office at 2:43 a.m., sitting at her computer, uploading files, wiping the keyboard. She had him. She saved everything, backed it up 3 ways. After Nurse Lennox told her more about Beckett, how he brought coffee, talked down psychotic patients, showed up even on the hardest days, Aurelia made her decision. She opened email, began typing. Beck, I need your help, not as security, as someone who knows how to fight. Tomorrow 2 p.m. board meeting. Will you stand with me? Aurelia. Within 3 minutes, I'll be there. BH. The board meeting. The cross-tech boardroom was designed to intimidate. Vaughn sat at the head. Aurelia walked in at 2:00 p.m., Beckett beside her in dress clothes. Aurelia, Vaughn's smile was perfect. I wasn't aware you were bringing guests. Beckett Hayes is my security consultant and advisor. Board Chair Margaret Chen cleared her throat. This session addresses concerns about Miss Cross's capacity to lead. Vaughn leaned forward. Perhaps you should acknowledge you need recovery time. And hand control to you. Aurelia's voice cut glass. Let's not pretend. The breaches weren't accidents. Someone leaked proprietary information to make me look incompetent. That's serious. Do you have proof? Beckett connected a tablet to the display. Beckett Hayes, former Army combat medic, Silver Star recipient, Miss Cross's security advisor. Security footage appeared. Time-stamped 2:47 a.m. March 15th. Vaughn Sterling entering Aurelia's office. The room erupted. Another video. April 3rd, 3:12 a.m. Vaughn at her computer. These are from your building security system, Beckett said quietly. Time-stamped, digitally signed, legally obtained. You want to explain why you were accessing Miss Cross's computer at 3 a.m.? Vaughn went white. This is entrapment. This is evidence, Margaret interrupted. For an hour, they presented everything. Email trails, financial discrepancies, IT testimony, forensics reports, calendar cross-references proving Aurelia was elsewhere during each leak. Mr. Sterling, you are terminated effective immediately. We're referring this to law enforcement. As guards approached, Vaughn looked at Aurelia with hatred. You'll regret this. No, I regret trusting you, but this is justice. After he was led away, Margaret turned to Aurelia. This board owes you an apology. Cross-Tech needs you. Your vision, integrity, strength. I'm willing, but on my terms. New ethics board, independent audits, whistleblower protections. Agreed. Beckett approached. You okay? Tears streamed down her face, but she smiled. I'm free. 2 days later, the press conference was unscheduled, unvetted. Aurelia called it herself. By 9 a.m., the press room was packed. She walked to the podium at exactly 9:00 a.m. Gray suit, no preparation team, just her. 2 months ago, I nearly died. The person who saved me wasn't a surgeon. He was a security guard working nights, a man who would never seek recognition. She gripped the podium. His name is Beckett Hayes, former Army combat medic, 3 tours in Afghanistan. Silver Star for valor after running through enemy fire 6 times to rescue wounded soldiers. He saved 23 lives. In the cafeteria, Lennox ran over. Beck, turn on the TV. Now. On screen, Aurelia continued. When I asked what I could do to thank him, he said just 2 words, live better. Not live longer or successfully, but better with intention, purpose, integrity. She looked into the camera. Beckett Hayes gave up a military career to walk his daughter to school, to help with homework, to show up every day. Her voice broke. That's heroism, the kind that makes a difference. Uni climbed into Beckett's lap. Papa, she's saying you're a hero. You are. Junie said firmly. Sometimes people need to see light to remember it exists. At 2 p.m., Aurelia walked into the security office. I should have asked first, why did you do it? Because you deserve to be seen. Because hiding light makes the world darker. And because you showed me what it looks like to build bridges instead of walls. I didn't want recognition. Sometimes it's not about what we want. It's about what the world needs. Silence stretched. Will you help me keep fighting? Her voice vulnerable. I don't know how to live better instead of successfully, but I want to learn. With you, with both of you. Beckett's hand found hers. Yeah, we can do that. 3 months later, coffee shop, their place, twice a week, coffee, hot chocolate conversations. Uni worked on a drawing the three of them with interconnected glowing hearts. Miss Aurelia, are you Papa's girlfriend? Beckett choked. Aurelia froze. Because Maya says when grown-ups meet for coffee and look at each other like you do, it means they're dating. We're friends. Okay, but if you wanted more, that'd be okay. You make Papa smile the real way now. Aurelia looked at Beckett. Does she have a point? He reached across the table, took her hand. I haven't done this in 5 years. Haven't wanted to. But you remind me what it feels like to want to be seen again. I'm scared. I'm good at business. Terrible at this. I'm scared too. Last time I loved someone, I lost her. Uni looked up. You be brave. Feel the scared, but walk through it together. Beckett laughed real deep. You're right, Bug. He looked at Aurelia. I can't promise forever or easy, but I'll show up every day, especially the hard ones. I promise the same. I want to learn with both of you. Uni bounced. Does this mean we're a family? Beckett pulled her onto his lap. Aurelia moved closer until they pressed together. Yeah, Bug, I think we are. That evening, Beckett's balcony, Seattle lights below. I have something for you. He pulled out a wooden box. Inside a silver bracelet engraved light carrier. A folded drawing, Junie's work. 3 figures holding hands. This is my family. I asked Uni how she'd feel if I asked you something important. She said, quote, Papa, if you don't marry Miss Aurelia, I'm going to be very disappointed in your decision-making skills. Aurelia laughed through tears. I can't promise easy, but I promise I'll show up. Every day. Aurelia Cross, will you marry me? Yes, God, yes. The bracelet slid onto her wrist, a promise to carry light together. 1 year later, the Celeste Hayes Memorial Wellness Center opened on perfect September morning. Free health care, mental health, veteran support. Hundreds gathered. Junie, now 8, stood between Beckett and Aurelia. Aurelia spoke first. 1 year ago, I almost died. The person who saved me had every reason to walk away. But Beckett Hayes doesn't give up on people. Beckett stepped forward. 5 years ago, I lost my wife. My daughter taught me that mama's love didn't die, it just changed shape. Like water. His eyes found Aurelia. Someone taught me that living better means showing up even when it's hard. This center is us showing up. Uni took the microphone, holding up her framed drawing. My mama told me love doesn't end. It just finds new ways to shine. This building is love shining. And Mom's, she paused, smiled at Aurelia. Love for us made our family bigger. She held the drawing higher. We're all light carriers. You don't need medals or money. Just share your light with someone who needs it. Standing ovation. They cut the ribbon together, 6 hands instead of 2. Later in the empty lobby, they stood before Uni's mounted drawing. She'd be proud, Aurelia said quietly. Uni slipped her hand into Aurelia's. Can I call you Mom, not Angel Mama, like my first mama? But today, Mom, I would be honored. Beckett wrapped his arms around both. They walked out together into golden light. Uni looked back. Papa, the light's really bright here. Yeah, Bug, it really is. Good. Because the world needs more light. More light, Aurelia echoed. More light, Beckett agreed. Epilogue. The ER doors at Mercy Heights opened with urgency as always, but now a plaque hung inside, in memory of Celeste Hayes. Some people carry light for others when theirs goes out. Below photographs, Beckett in uniform, Celeste smiling, Uni and Aurelia completing the family. Night shift guards still walked the halls. Nurses still brought coffee. Doctors still saved lives. But everyone who passed through those doors saw that plaque, knew that light exists, that light can be shared, that the most heroic thing is simply this: show up, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Keep showing up, keep loving, because that's what it means to live better. For those who carry light for others when theirs goes out, you are seen, you are valued, you are enough.